Okay, so what I was gonna show is my text-to-speech software. The reason I use this is I have something called intermittent exotropia, which is a disability where one of your eyes will intermittently diverge. So sometimes my eyes will be straight, and at other times either my left or the right will diverge outward towards like my ear, like towards that side. Either ear. It could be one straight, like the right one straight and the left one diverges, or the left one straight and the right one diverges. So here's how a utility in Linux that helps me out. So what I do is I have Xselect and Festival. You can get Festival just with your package manager. I think Xselect's there by default on Ubuntu, but you may have to use Synoptic or download that and install it. But here's my bash script. All it is it's that just that file I've emmed into it. And then what I have is Xselect allows you to select something, and then Festival will allow you to pipe that straight into it. So I can press
Steve.
Alt X and then it just read what was highlighted there. How I have that set up is I have something called a shortcut. So I have a keyboard shortcut. If you look in custom shortcuts, there's Xtalk. It's got the command name, which in my case I just put the full directory path. You can set it up however you want. Put it in bin, user bin, whatever. I just put it there. If you put it in user bin, you should be able to just type xtalk directly. You don't have to pull that full path name. But anyways, it's useful for like in my software engineering class. So here's I'll just pull this one, make it read that out.
Software engineering is intended to support professional software development rather than individual programming. It includes techniques that support program specification, design, and evolution, none of which are normally relevant for personal software development. To help you to get a broad view of what software engineering is about, I have summarized some frequently asked questions in Figure 1.1.
Yeah, if you guys are more interested, if you have like dyslexia or whatever, I actually have my IEP set up. That's how I have this book as a PDF because I also have the textbook. I'll pull up cheese. Hopefully it doesn't screw everything up. Last time, like since I moved one of the frame things around. Yeah, see that's kind of what I do. I just go like that. Kind of looks ridiculous, but you can kind of see how my eyes diverged a little bit there. And I put it on there for a while, long enough that it's probably not gonna like be aligned the other way. But yeah, here, yeah, it's like completely out of focus. So I have to wait before I can show you that they actually can align. Oh, there we go. I think I did it, but it's still blurring that left eye because I covered it for so long. But yeah, that's that. It's annoying and it sucks. I think I just swapped. There we go. Yeah. Alright. Anyways, so I have the actual textbook. I can actually, well, I can show the cover, which it's not exactly the same as the one I showed, but here's the actual page. I think is on is this page right here, so I can follow along, highlight things wherever I need. Um, but yeah, it's kind of a helpful utility. If you're dyslexic or have intermittent exotropia or some form of amblyopia or whatever visual impairment, it's pretty helpful. If you're more interested in this type of technology, especially my setup, because I have a special voice on there. I don't remember exactly, so I'd have to look it up, and I actually have to study tonight. That's why I was like, fuck it, I'll make the video, post it on YouTube, whatever. Um, so I don't have a lot of time to just screw around and look things up. But yeah, I have a specialized voice on there, and also you really need to change the speed because the default speed is really slow, and it's actually gonna bottleneck your capability to go through your textbook. Um, and actually, I think I mentioned this already, but if I didn't, I'm gonna reiterate it. Yeah, I have all the PDF files. So the way I have things set up at the school, my college that I'm going to, which is UNO, is I have my IEP set up. and they gave me accessible text. So I get all my textbooks as PDF files. I think I did say that, but yeah, I get all of them that way, and then I can run my text-to-speech software on there. This is the first semester I've chosen to do that. I haven't really had to. A lot of my stuff is like with my disability, like I can get away without it, but some types of technology would help. Text speech is alright. I prefer to actually be able to make vision therapy or something like that work, but I tried vision therapy. It didn't work. The second time I did it, I wasn't that committed to the program, but also a lot of the brain plasticity happens at a certain age, and I was past that age the second time I did it. Plasticity is what allows you to actually develop those visual development. It's like what allows you to have visual development, the plasticity in the brain. But anyways, so that's that. Like I said, if you want me to go over the rest of my setup with the alternative voice, which is that sexy girl voice, and then I'd like to get a better one. I have one better on my tablet. I have like Kendra or something. It's pretty cool, but I don't have that for PDF. You have to pay for a lot of that stuff. I can like send it over to XTalk as like a web page. I think there's some other things that might be able to share to XTalk, but I haven't. Not XTalk, but I think it's just called Talk. They used to have one straight with a clipboard. That one was pretty cool, but it was a free trial, so whatever. But yeah, I might do some tablet tutorials. I was trying to, but I got a screen recorder. Screen recorder was only for a certain amount of time. It is rooted. I did root my tablet. Just got bored. One thing that was kind of cool is I figured out how a lot of people playing that Candy Crush game, and I figured out how to hack into a lot of those games with a game killer or something like that, and you can do all those memory little mess with things, you know. If there's like a quantity, that's how much money you have, and then you can find out what, say, find this quantity, all the addresses that have that quantity that are stored in memory, and then find it, wait till it changes, then report that, and then usually it can find a memory address, and you can just change that to whatever you want. Candy Crush, you can. There's an app called Freedom, so you can just do in-app purchases. But anyways, I was supposed to just stick with the textbook stuff, and I really do have to study tonight. So, peace. If I can find the place to actually shut this off. And I've had problems with this because, like, in Gnome 3, like, normally there's that bottom taskbar is hard to get up. Maybe there's, like, some type of specialized thing, but I got it up, so whatever.